I met James in 2008 when I was on a family vacation in Malaysia. We spent a significant amount of time together. I knew right away he was Nigerian. By the time we were leaving and going home, we said goodbye in the car. We both had a few tears. I was very confident I was coming back to see him again. How I was going to work it, I didn't know. So I flew back 4 or 5 times to see him in Malaysia. After traveling to Malaysia, I decided I would go and meet his family. When I went to Nigeria, I met his family. I felt comfortable. At the end of that trip, James proposed to me and I accepted. James didn't propose to me with a ring in hand. I'm fairly independent. I designed and bought my own ring. My husband's family took care of the whole entire planning situation. I guess I paid probably a few $1,000s. On our wedding day, we went to the registry. We signed the papers, everything was certified. And they did seal this. You can actually feel the embossed Nigerian government seal here. The reception was held in Lagos. There was approximately 500 to 700 people. Amen. It was a very fun night. I'm not gonna lie, even that night I can't actually believe I did this. I would say we have a perfect marriage, with the exception of I live in Canada and the Canadian government won't give him a visitor visa. It's James, Mom. James, hello. Hello.
Oh, you look good. You look good.
That's kind of nice. Since we've got married, I visited him 8 or 9 times in Nigeria. We did a lot of travel to other countries. At this point, it's getting very old. There's no doubt that if the Canadian government could see us together, they would believe that our marriage is definitely real. I want to get to be with my husband, and I want us to be a normal man and wife.
Now, Deanna is a smart, successful, and wealthy business owner who says it would be a major adjustment for her to be comfortable being catered to by a man. But her son Jordan and her brother Dale believe that all her Nigerian husband James sees when he looks at Deanna are dollar signs.
I've sent James via Western Union approximately $25,000.
Whenever I see pictures of James on Facebook wearing new clothes, nice fancy jewelry, I think, how is this possible?
I've given him some clothing, some jewelry, necklaces, rings, a couple watches.
Every time my mom goes to Nigeria, she buys him a phone, electronics. She's always buying him new stuff.
Since I've met James, I would say on the high side, I've spent $500,000. On the low side, $250,000 total on everything, including travel for both of us. Hotels, food, getting married. To me, that's not high. Well, that number doesn't jar me.
To me, that's just crazy.
I would hope she didn't spend that much. That is a lot of money. It makes my blood boil.
He's living like a king over in a third world country. I see Mom being James's cash cow, and he knows it. He's gonna keep that coming as long as he can.
Okay, it's good to meet you.
Hi.
And we'll get to these naysayers here in a minute. I have an objective here. I want to do one of two things. Well, I want to do 2 things. I want to clear this thing up one way or the other.
Correct.
You want to know the truth, right?
I do.
And if the truth is as you believe, I want to get you with your husband. I mean, come on. Who wants to be married and their husband be halfway around the world?
That's correct.
So we want to get that fixed.
Right.
Or if it's not straight, if it's not right, if you're being, as they think, used, abused, and exploited, then we want to get that handled as well. But we'll get to the naysayers in a minute. Because we do a lot of these stories where guys are in Nigeria or they're stuck overseas and you don't actually meet them, and it's all of this online love and, oh, baby, honey, send me money, all of that. That's not what happened here.
No,
You were over there. You met him. You've touched him. You've held his hand. This is a real relationship.
That's right. I met him in Malaysia, and it just kept going. I knew by the time I was leaving the first trip, hey, I kind of like that guy.
But then you leave.
And then I left, and I came home, and I said, well, actually, I met a guy over there I kind of like. I think I'm going back.
Did you go back?
4 times.
Did he propose on one of these trips?
Not on that trip. When we went to Nigeria, he proposed to me. I went to Nigeria to meet his family.